I figure that the world runs on meetings, you know? Reaching out and trying to get something done over an email that's not in a company's normal workflow, practically impossible. Companies are great at scheduling meetings. That's your way in, you know? Get a meeting organized. And as soon as you do, then anything said in that meeting, well, that's company business, isn't it? That meeting happened on company time. That's now, you've made your way into the system of bureaucracy.
I've just reached out to the Kerbal Space Program 2 private division publisher. I've asked if we can have a meeting. Quite a number of years ago, I hosted a charity livestream event annually. 2013, 2014, 2015, the Kerbal Polar Expedition raised over $50,000 for a charity called Charity Water. The following year, after 2015, became the Virtual Polar Expedition, which was awesome. After that, I went to university, and by the time I got round to thinking, oh, it's that time of year, I should do another event, it was just too late to organise anything concrete. And developing an entire virtual reality game each year in the month kind of preceding it just didn't happen. So without a suitable kind of medium to focus on, the events just kind of stopped. That is, hopefully, until 2020. The old KSP YouTubers, we're coming back, baby. We're coming back. I've asked if we can have a meeting and talk about what a future charity event might look like, and what they might hope for it to look like, what I'd like it to look like, when it might happen.
Sent off that email last night, no reply yet. Not unusual, it's Friday, time zones are different, etc, etc, etc. It occurs to me though that meetings often have agendas. The responsibility for making sure that useful things actually get said in this meeting rests on me, because I was the one who suggested it. If I was just making a live stream, I don't need to contact the KSP Media press team about that. Oh, look, I'm doing a live stream. Okay, great. You do that, that's great. Please do. So why am I actually contacting and organising a meeting with the KSP team? Well, number one, I would think it would be pretty good if we could get early access to the game. That's like the number one most obvious reason to actually contact and reach out to the developers. On the previous events, we had, I think C1, I think his name was C1 Studios or something. We had him and maybe a couple of the other devs come onto the show. So if we could get that again, that'd be pretty epic. So, great. I've got reason to actually reach out to the team. There are things they can do for me. So what's the benefit to them? Charity is good. People like charity. From a business point of view, making charitable donations, marketing, it's great. And yes, marketing as well, doing big live stream events, publicity, etc., all that kind of stuff. So it's a good opportunity for them from that point of view. They might not be willing for early versions of the game to be live streamed so thoroughly over such a long period of time. Would Private Division be willing to put whatever multiplayer code they have? Would they be willing to put it to the test live on a charity event? Probably not. But it's something to ask them in the meeting. That is like the kind of simplest and probably the most reliable event format. A few consecutive days of live streaming for several hours on each day, get a load of YouTubers in, but have us all play the game simultaneously, and, well, the Kerbal Polar Expedition would be to drive somewhere using a buggy. The idea of Interstellar. Kerbal Interstellar Expedition doesn't have the same ring to it, but it sounds much grander. But space is very empty, so several days just drifting in space to a different star, not the most interesting content.
There's a big question in all this, which is which charity are we going to support? I think that's going to be a real matter of some in-depth research, actually. For personal reasons, you know, I'd quite like to support a cancer charity. I mean, 1 in 3 people, is it, know someone who has cancer? And for me, it's someone quite close to me who has a form, leukemia. But regardless, I think one of the best charity choices is going to be a cause related to science and education. I mean, this is what Kerbal Space Program is fantastic for. It's part of like half of the appeal of the entire game, and half of why I think it's one of the best games ever made, is because of its ability to teach you orbital mechanics and about space and physics, and just engage so many people with so much interest in astrophysics and engineering and STEM in general. There are so many worthy causes out there. I'm going to think deeply and do some research to find an organisation who would be really suitable for this. And that's another thing that maybe Private Division will have some input on. The way I can see it going, and it would depend entirely on the character of Private Division's press team, is that they'll go, yeah, that's a great idea, go do it. And then won't really offer much in the way of support. Part of me is a little bit scared that they'll look into me, my channel, and they'll find, well, you haven't been making KSP videos for a very long time, and your viewer counts and all your numbers have all dropped. We don't think you're going to get the same kind of response, and so you're not worth our time. Sad, maybe true. I don't know. I might have been making it sound this entire time like I'm hinging on the KSP2 press team and I'm hinging on their support to run the event. Between myself and the other YouTubers who were involved in it previously, and the YouTubers who maybe we can reach out to, you know, we'll have a fun event on our hands. But really, it would be so awesome to get them involved. You know, to build a bit of a relationship with Private Division, leverage their reach to the whole community. Awesome stuff can happen to make this a really big, really cool event. One thing which is worth noting is that the first KPE4 event was 6 years ago. 6 years ago. I'm 6 years older. I've got the old stubble going on. A large part of it now is just that I know that with the added years of experience and maturity, to put it bluntly, I'm gonna do a much better job at hosting another event. It's gonna be fucking awesome, dude! It's gonna be so good! I mean, what exactly it is, I don't know quite yet, but that's the point. Let's get some ideas going, let's have some brainstorming. If you would like to contribute to this melting pot of just creativity, inspiration, ingenuity, wholesome goodness for the scientific community, leave a comment down below and I will be very thankful. It'll be awesome, dude. It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna do another KPE event! Brought to you by the old KSP YouTubers. We're coming back, baby! We're coming back. You best be ready for us. You best be ready for us. You best be ready for us. Thanks for watching, and I'll get back to you with more information when I have it. I'll see you all next time.